All right, let's talk about anxiety, but we're going way beyond just defining what it is. We're going to dive into the nuts and bolts, the actual mechanics of it, and this is the exciting part, how you can literally become the architect of your own mind to build a life of genuine peace. So let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? That sense of being trapped in a cycle of worry and fear? It's like you're on a hamster wheel and the worry just keeps feeding on itself. It can really, truly feel like there's no escape. But what if that feeling of being trapped, what if it's not the whole story? This quote here, it's pretty powerful. You are the architect of your brain. This is the core idea for today. The premise that you hold the blueprints, and every single thought you have is either building a better future or dismantling it. Okay, so if you're the architect, the first thing you need to do is understand the building you're currently in. So let's take a look at the engine that keeps anxiety running, this thing called the feedback loop. Because once you see how it's built, you'll know exactly how to take it apart. So what is anxiety really? Well, think of it like this. Your body has an alarm system. With anxiety, that system just gets way too sensitive. It's stuck in alert mode, constantly scanning for danger, even when everything's fine. And that, as you can imagine, keeps you totally on edge, both physically and mentally. And being in that constant alert mode, well, it triggers a whole cascade of physical feelings. The first thing you'll probably notice, your heart starts pounding. That's just adrenaline flooding your system, screaming, danger. Then you might get this really weird, unsettling feeling, derealization. It's that bizarre, foggy sensation where everything feels kind of fake, almost like you're in a dream. It can seriously make you feel like you're losing your grip. And then there's maybe the scariest one of all, chest pain. Now, a lot of the time, it's just your muscles getting incredibly tense from the stress. But in that moment, your mind immediately jumps to the worst-case scenario, which of course just pours gasoline on the fire. Okay, so all those symptoms feed into what we call the vicious circle of anxiety. Here's how it works. First, something triggers an initial fear, a first fear. Your body reacts and boom, you get an adrenaline rush. But here's the absolute key, the real trap. You then get scared of the physical symptoms themselves. That's the second fear, and it just tells your body to release even more adrenaline. And just like that, you're stuck in a loop. Now, that loop, it feels totally inescapable when you're in it. But this is the moment where everything changes. Because that trap, it has a key. And the key is hidden in the amazing way your brain is actually built. So what if I told you that trap isn't permanent? What if those anxiety pathways in your brain aren't carved in stone? What if you could literally build new roads, new highways that lead to a place of calm instead? Because the science on this is clear. You absolutely can. And the reason you can do this comes down to one amazing word, neuroplasticity. See, your brain isn't like a computer chip that's fixed from the factory. Not at all. It's more like a living, breathing network of paths that is constantly changing and rewiring itself based on your experiences and, crucially, your thoughts. This old saying in neuroscience puts it perfectly. Neurons that fire together wire together. It's really that simple. The more you think a certain thought, the stronger the connection between those brain cells becomes. You're basically turning a little dirt path into a superhighway just by thinking. Let that sink in for a second. Every time you have a repetitive, anxious thought, you are physically strengthening the anxiety circuits in your brain. But, and this is the game changer, the opposite is just as true. You can use new thoughts to build brand new circuits for peace. So, if we're sticking with this architect metaphor, every good architect needs their tools, right? So, what's in your toolkit for rewiring your brain? Well, it really boils down to two incredibly powerful tools. All right, here they are. First, you've got your inner dialogue, your self-talk. This is that constant conversation running in your head, and it's literally writing the code for your brain. Then you've got your anchor, which is presence. This is all about grounding yourself right here, right now, away from all the mental stories. Think of it this way. One tool changes what you're thinking, and the other changes your relationship to your thoughts. And don't ever underestimate the power of that inner dialogue. It's not just random background noise. Your brain is always listening, and it believes whatever it hears the most, especially when the voice it's hearing is your own. You are literally programming your own brain, moment by moment. Okay, so we've got the why, that's neuroplasticity. We've got the what, those are your tools. Now let's get to the how. Let's lay out a super clear, step-by-step plan to actually break that cycle and start laying down some new tracks. This is the plan. 4 simple steps. Step 1, face it. Just acknowledge what's happening without beating yourself up about it. Step 2, accept it. This is huge. You have to be willing to stop fighting. Step 3, let go. Instead of struggling against the current, you just float with it. And finally, step 4, time. You got to be patient. Your body and your nervous system need time to learn this new way of being. It's not an overnight thing. Honestly, that second step, acceptance, is the hardest part for most people. I mean, it goes against every single instinct you have, right? Your body is screaming, fight this, get rid of it. But the truth is, and this quote says it all, that's a fight you just can't win. And here's the crazy paradox of it all. When you try to fight the anxiety, when you tense up and struggle, your brain thinks, oh no, this must be a real threat. So what does it do? It releases more adrenaline, which creates more symptoms, which gives you more to fight against. See the trap? You're actually making the loop stronger by trying to escape it. Letting go is the only thing that actually breaks the chain. And when you start to practice this letting go, it leads to a really profound shift in perspective. It's what offers the ultimate way out of that anxiety-making machine in your mind. Think about it. Where does anxiety live? It almost always lives in the future, right? In all the what-ifs. And where does depression live? Usually in the past, in regret. But peace, real, genuine peace, it can only be found in one place, right now. The past and future, they're not real places you can go to. They only exist as thoughts in your head, in this present moment. And that leads us to maybe the most powerful idea of all. You are not your old wiring. You're not your past. You are your present intention. Your power to change your brain and your life doesn't start tomorrow. It's right here, it's right now. So really, it all comes down to this one question. Now that you know your brain is literally waiting for your instructions, what new neural path are you going to start building today?